This is a simple APK. We are still building our application to be able to launch it in the next 2 weeks. This is the registration form, and here is the authentication form for the code they will be receiving. And here is the first form. It tells them the mobile money agent to fill the amount of cash in hand, and here it tells the mobile money agent to create a network and fill in the amount of float available, say M-Pesa, and the available float is 10,000. So here the mobile money agent will be able to save that in M-Pesa. He or she has the float of 10,000, and he will be able to add more service providers. He has maybe 6 wallets or 8 wallets. He will be able to create them and fill in the amount of float. This table here is to fill the amount of cash they can begin the day. And this is a rough summary of how they began the day, the float available per wallet, and how much cash they have at hand, and the total capital they are starting with at that day. So they verify to start that day of starting a business. And this will be the home page, where they will get to see the amount of cash they have at hand, and down here they will get to see the amount of float available per every network. So there will be M-Pesa, Tigo Pesa, Airtel Money, and more banks. Then they will be able to add if they have other services that we haven't listed, or any other bank. And when a customer comes to withdraw cash, so the agent will record he or she has received cash. He will fill in the amount. He will choose in the network used, and we will fill in any other detail that is used, if let's say a mobile number or identification of that transaction. And if the customer hasn't collected the cash, he will put it as a debt and save. And if the situation is the customer has withdrawn cash, here the merchant will fill in the amount of cash withdrawn, the network used. And if the customer hasn't collected the cash, that's a debt transaction. The merchant or the mobile money agent will record it as a debt and save. So this will be the interface of the mobile money agent. And here the customer can, and here the mobile money agent can see all transactions. There is this part of Yote, which means all transactions, and Madeni means debts. So the mobile money agent will be able to filter between all amount collected and debts. And once this clicked, it will be able to show him or her statistically the amount of commission he is expecting per this transaction. And once he or she ends the day, maybe at the end of the day he or she is closing the business, you will be able to see the amount of float available per every network at that time, and see the amount of cash available at that time. So it will save him or her the time of reconciliation to see if the accounts he started with, the amount he started with during the morning time, is equal to that at the closing time. So if the business accounts are balanced, he will be able to close the business for another day. Thank you.